Good morning. Good morning. As you get here, make sure that you say hello and let me know that you're here while I hit live in all these places. And let me pull this up on my phone. All right. We are set. Well, it's a beautiful day here in Georgia, and one of the things that has come to my attention, there's this live. Good morning, Wendy. Starts in the stand up and stand out community, and I actually stream it into a couple other places. So I just wanted to tell you who I am because, for one thing, in the stand up and stand out community, we've got a lot of new members just in the past month, and which I love. I love. We've hit over 600 members now, and so there's a lot of people in here that I don't really know that well, and they definitely don't know me, but they have come for a cause, a wanting to be able to share their gifts and talents and to connect and find their brilliance and have a community, a safe space for them to share and to get some insights and inspiration. So I do daily affirmations and journal prompts, and then have guest experts that come in. And so it's a very active community, isn't it, Wendy? Wendy's been with us for just a little while. But like I said, my name is Vicki Poole, and I am a master transformational coach and a hypnotist. And what I specialize in is habit change. And one of those habits that a lot of people seem to have is that they don't believe in their own value, or they may believe in their value, but they can't seem to be able to get that value out into the world because they've got fear, they've got limiting beliefs, they worry about judgment. I've worked with a few people recently that were doing TED Talks, and they really had this inspired thing that they wanted to do, but they were very anxious, active and growing. Yes, yes, that's it. And they were wanting to be able to articulate better and to be calmer and able to share their message. So I worked with them with hypnosis, and they are doing great. I've had someone who was a keynote speaker yet could not seem to be comfortable going to networking events because that one wasn't rehearsed. And so she's made great strides. I've worked with people with stop smoking. I've got someone who has, oh gosh, I wish Janet was here now and we could ask her exactly how long it's been, because I lose total track of time. But I've helped people with stop smoking. I've helped people with weight loss, with learning to love themselves, to be able to have enough confidence to ask their boss for a raise. So there's all these things that people hold themselves back because of their inner dialogue, their inner thoughts. And that's what I help people do, is to step out of that inner dialogue and into a more powerful dialogue. That's kind of what I feel like anyway. And so lately, there's a lot of people that are wanting to be speakers, like the TED Talk and being a keynote speaker, or maybe they're just wanting to go to the library and have a stand up and talk to people there. So sometimes it's a smaller venue, sometimes it's a larger venue. It doesn't matter. But the thing is that we all have gifts and talents, and the thing is that being able to share those helped me over block of not taking care of myself. Yes. So it's profound, the length of things that you can get help with, right? And so that's what I do. And I love doing it. I love this group. I'm grateful for you too, Wendy. But I'm so grateful to have this place that I can speak. I've been talking a lot about our billboard, putting our billboard out and how important that is. And so, a lot of people that have joined recently, that's the kind of thing that they're really looking for is being able to have the confidence and to share their gifts out into the world. So that's why today's affirmation and journal prompt is what it is. And before I go any further, I want to make sure that I share that tonight is the Stand Up and Stand Out party, which is where we're going to talk about our elevator pitch, or when someone says, "What do you do? What do you say?" And that could just be on a date, that could be anywhere. And it doesn't necessarily have to be your elevator pitch for business, right? And so it's a safe space for us to come to. If we've got something on our mind that we're working through, we can talk about it. And so far, the ones that we've had before were really, really fun and and enlightening for a lot of things. Like for one thing, and this is always amazing to me when I think back at it. Oswald was on one of these, and he's been on more than one, but on this particular one, he talked about his book of poetry and that he had just put it on Amazon, and people bought his book and were blown away with his poetry. And so just by being in the group, he finally felt confident enough to share his book on poetry. And that was good morning, Carrie. And that was the catalyst that actually got him a few sales and the confidence to speak about his poetry. And then some of the people that bought the book were actually going online and talking about his poetry too and reading it. So there's no telling what can come from it. So I just want to make sure you remember tonight at 7:30 p.m. And I'm sorry, I'm looking at my calendar over there because I did not make a note of it before I got on here, but that's the next thing. It's coming up tonight. And then Wednesday night, tomorrow at 6:30 p.m., Heather Mullen, who is a member of our community, a cancer survivor, she's going to be talking about her story, and we're going to share a little bit of tidbits and things so you can get to know her a little bit. And she's going to share about what she's doing right now. So it's going to be amazing. And then I just scheduled, let's see, Ruthie's going to be here on Tuesday, the 29th, with a talk about holistic health. And then I talked to someone yesterday that I'm super excited about. And I just put the post up yesterday. I created the event that Kaylee Chu is going to be here on what is it? On the 30th at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. And she is a speaking coach. She helps people to craft their speech. And when I talked to her yesterday, the program that she offers people is actually has a component in there where she helps them get prepared and create the talk for their TED Talk. And so she's got some amazing information. I did her 5-day challenge and was blown away with what all that she shares, that I wanted to bring her in because there's a lot of people in the group that are wanting to speak, if not be speakers, but they want to feel confident when they do speak, right? So there's so much amazing stuff coming, and I want to make sure that you're all aware. And for those that are not part of the Stand Up and Stand Out community that want to participate in any of these guest experts, seeing them talk, then just go and ask to be a member of the Stand Up and Stand Out. And the way you do that is you go to VickyPoole.com, VICKIEPOOLE.com, and then you'll be prompted to answer 3 questions. And once you do, then I can let you into the group. So, all right, with all of that said, let's go ahead and grab the affirmation for today. Hold on just a second. It takes me just a minute to get it all up here. And let me look over here, make sure what's going on. All right. So our affirmation for today, da, 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 da. I know the incredible value I bring to the world, and I confidently share my unique gifts with others. Doesn't that feel good, right? Or does it? Does it feel good to say that? Now, I know I've got a couple of you here live right now, so share with me. Does that feel good to say, or does that feel hard to say? I thought I was going to be late getting on here because I had to go fix me another cup of coffee. Already drank one this morning. So let me know, ladies, and I know there is a delay. So let me know, what are your thoughts? I know the incredible value I bring to the world, and that is you bring to the world, and you confidently share your unique gifts with others. Does that feel true? Or does that feel the saying that sometimes it is hard? Okay, Carrie, thank you for sharing that. So the thing is that things sometimes do feel hard to say because we don't believe them completely inside, right? The thing is that to get into this space of relaxed, open, and if you have to just tell yourself you're relaxed and you're open to possibilities, we've done that for a couple of days, right? I love to mentor people. Yes, Wendy. So if you can get into this relaxed, open space and then say this. And one of the things, it is becoming confident with your self-worth. Yes, Carrie, yes. And the thing is that if it doesn't feel true, or it doesn't feel comfortable to say, I know the incredible value I bring to the world, then you can say, let's see, how can we rephrase that? I'm gaining knowledge about the incredible value I bring to the world, or I'm beginning to believe the incredible value to the world. I'm discovering the incredible value I bring to the world. So you can change the phrasing just a touch, just to get you through that stretch to where you can not feel that angst, because we don't want to feel a complete separation from the statement. We want it to push us a little, but we don't want to feel completely separate from it, right? So as you say it, and if it brings up this like, it has to do with joy in what you do. Yes, yes. So you can say, I'm beginning to believe. I'm beginning to know. I'm beginning to discover the incredible value I bring to the world. Or I'm open to finding the value I bring to the world and to confidently share my unique gifts with others. Just change it around just a little bit and see what feels good and begin there. And then after you've given yourself a few times of doing that, then see if this feels better now, and then begin saying this statement, right? Because this one's really, really powerful. And if you need more help with that, this is something that I help a lot of people with. And so you can definitely reach out and let's see what we can do. And if nothing else, we can just have a conversation. And maybe in that conversation by itself, I can shift you a little bit, right? So Just check it out. I have the confidence to share my value with the world. I guess it's just really believing it myself. Yes. Yes, Lynn. I love that. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and bring out the journal prompt. Da, da, da. Let's see. Let's make sure it all. Oh, yes. Hallelujah. I tweaked it a little bit to make sure it would show up, and it did. All right. So our journal prompt today is, what are the unique gifts, talents, and qualities that make you valuable to the world? And so, and I will admit, there have been a few times that it's like I thought, well, what the hell is unique about me, right? And what are these gifts and talents? And so sometimes this one was a hard one for me, many, many times, because it's like I would get to a certain place and I would feel confident in what I was doing, but I wanted to do more. I wanted to be more. And then I would try to do this again. And it's like, well, I don't know. And so I'd have to do a lot of soul searching. And there were a few times that I actually reached out to someone else that I had helped and said, okay, what do you think are my unique gifts and talents and qualities? And then I listened to what they said, and then it was like, okay, I get it. I get it. And then it was like it just kind of opened up the ideas of what I could do, right? So the thing is if you can't figure this out, just being you, then ask someone who knows you, not someone who knows you on this plane, right? Someone who knows you as this person with the spirit of what it is you're wanting to do, because we don't want to talk to our friend that is always depressed and thinks that the world is out to get them and ask them what our unique gifts and talents and qualities are, because they're not going to have anything good to say, even if they're trying, because they're at such a low vibration, right? So, ask someone who is on the path with you, if that makes sense. Does that make sense, guys? And I think I shared with you before, but one of the things I did one time when I was really finding it hard to articulate this stuff, right? Okay, good. Thank you, Carrie. Was that I got these index cards and I put I put them, self-addressed them, right, on one side and left the other side blank. And then I put them in an envelope and with a letter to some of my friends. And I said, if you wouldn't mind, could you share something about me that you feel as a unique gift, talent, or a quality that I have? And I sent it to some of my friends, some people that I had had as clients. I sent it out to people who I thought were at a vibration that it would be a supportive thing, right? And I got some, and I stamped those cards so that they didn't have to do anything but just write on the back of it and send it to me. And I still have some of them that are sticking to my vision board because it felt so amazing to get those back, right? And so you could send an email to a few people and say, I've got this challenge thing going on right now, and I'm looking for some inspiration about myself. Perfect sense. Yes, yes. So you could send an email out to a few people and just ask them, and just see what comes up, because a lot of times we don't see the value of what we bring to the world, and there are others who do, and maybe they can help us out a little bit. So if that feels comfortable enough for you to do, definitely do that. Because I'm telling you, it was very eye-opening for me. And I even did that with a couple of my family members too. And I was really surprised with what they shared. And let's see, even my daughter and her girlfriend at the time. So it was like it ended up being such a good confirmation for the things that I believed about myself and even more. And so it's very enlightening to see. And so if you have the opportunity to do that, definitely do that, because it will help you. It will. Even if you get a few that aren't as on point as you would like, you can just discard them and just hang on to the ones that help support what you're trying to do, right? Because that's what you're wanting. All right, so we're going to go back to our affirmation. I know the incredible value I bring to the world, and I confidently share my unique gifts with others. And remember, you can alter this to whatever it is that's going to be more comfortable for you to start with, right? Because we want to start with where we are. We don't want to start that, we don't want to jump into this when every time we say it, we feel this constriction that it's not true. We want to make sure that we can believe it inside or begin to believe it, right? So you can say, I'm beginning to believe the incredible value I bring to the world. Whatever strikes authentic in you. And then give it some volume, give it some emotion, give it some, put those gifts in it, right? And so put this on your sticky note, your index card, the screensaver on your phone. A one value ability to create events and fundraisers. Our event next week is almost sold out. Yes, hallelujah. Congratulations, Carrie and Wendy. Yes, I love that. I love that. So put this on your sticky note, your index card, the screensaver on your phone, put it on a piece of paper, put it on your fridge, put it somewhere that today you can be really, really diving in to accepting this as true. And then once you've accepted it as true, you know it's true. And so we want to get to this place of we just know the incredible value we bring to the world. And then the journal prompt, what are the unique gifts, talents, or qualities that make you valuable to the world? And then list the ways you can share your value more boldly and proudly every day. Ooh. And that part can be kind of scary sometimes, right? And that's one of the things that this group is for, is to help you to get through that. And that's one of the things that I can help with as well. So just think about it. You're getting yourself outside of that comfort zone, because remember, the best things in life are just on the other side of your comfort zone. So staying in your comfort zone doesn't mean you stay right where you are. Staying in your comfort zone actually means you're sliding backwards, because remember, the only constant in life is change. So we're all the time changing. The world is changing. People are changing. And so you cannot stay in the exact same place right here, right now. It's gone. You're changing in the moment, in the second. And you can change by growing and becoming and sharing and doing this work changes you. Oh, amazing, right? I need to find another word besides amazing. Where are we on top? Okay, we're okay. So what I like to tell you, let me see if I got what I got going on over here. All right. So we got a few people that are over on Instagram. So share in the conversation if you would like. And if you're not part of the Stand Up and Stand Out community, you can always become part of the community by going to vickipoole.com and answer the questions and become part of the group, right? Remarkable. Yes, Wendy. Yes, Wendy. So let's see. So what are the unique gifts, talents, or qualities that make you valuable to the world? Then list the ways you can share your value more boldly and proudly every single day, right? How can you do that? And one of the things that's really beneficial as before you start writing this journal prompt out, is to take a few moments to just quiet the chatter in your mind. Just breathe, concentrate on your breath, get relaxed. And I like to spend like 10, 15 minutes in that space of just total silence. And the thing that helps me, if you're like me, sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes it's like my chatter will not stop. And I'm thinking of what's for breakfast or what's for lunch or that thing that I was supposed to do that I haven't done yet. And so I will pop into all of those thoughts, right? So what we want to do is make sure that we're in the present moment. We're not in the future. We're not in the past or any of that stuff. So the way that I do that is I will sit in silence. I don't listen to any recordings when I'm doing this. And then I will concentrate on the sounds in the room. So like right now, I can hear the sounds, the buzzing of the computer. I can hear my ceiling fan. Nope, don't hear my ceiling fan. I hear something else because my ceiling fan's not moving, but I hear some sounds. I hear my chimes going on downstairs. So there's sounds that bring you back into the moment, and just label them. I hear the computer, I hear the chimes, I hear, and as you're concentrating and you're focusing on what you do hear, that brings you back into the quiet moment and quiets the mind a little bit. And then you just focus on your breath, in and out, in and out. And then once you've done that and your timer's going off, that's when you open your eyes and you start just brain dumping whatever your subconscious mind is feeding you in that moment. Because when you can quiet the conscious mind, the gold that is stored in your subconscious mind will come forth. And so you may even discover that your subconscious mind recognizes different talents and qualities that make you valuable to the world than you even thought of. And then, like I shared a few moments ago, you can actually reach out to people who know you. Maybe you're part of a community of people like in this community, but maybe you've got like a networking group that you go to, or you've got um, a a book club that you belong to. Maybe there could be so many different things that you're part of that they have seen you and they know you better, but they're also on this high vibrational place, and they're looking for all of this stuff too. They're going to see things that other people may not, and ask them. And then once you've got all of that, then just list the ways you can share your value more boldly and proudly every day. And like I said, that can be scary for a lot of people. And that's one of the things that I help people with quite often. And so if you want to just have a conversation with me, and let's just see if I can get you to move in this little short conversation, then definitely reach out. You can send me a private direct message. And I will put a link in the description, maybe to my Calendly link if you want to schedule something. But if you reach out into a direct message, I can get you in where maybe the Calendly link doesn't have that time available. So I do keep times that I can put people in that maybe that I don't keep open all the time, because I have certain things that I have to do for myself. And sometimes I'm willing to share that space. So just reach out if it feels like something you want to have a conversation about. That's what I'm getting at. Okay. All right. So remember, once again, where are we on time? All right. Our affirmation: I know the incredible value I bring to the world, and I confidently share my unique gifts with others. And remember, if that doesn't feel good, you can alter it a little bit till it begins to feel that that is comfortable enough, or it's not such a big stretch that it makes you feel bad, because we don't want to be saying things that actually make us feel worse. We want to say things that lift us up and bring us out, right? And then our journal prompt: What are the unique gifts, talents, and qualities that make you valuable to the world? List the ways you can share your value more boldly and proudly every day. And being on social media, we can share stuff every single day if we choose to. We can find quotes that talk about what our gifts and talents are. Maybe one of our gifts and talent is inspiring, and so you can just find an inspiring quote that you want to share on your social media. That is sharing, right? And then after you get comfortable with that, then maybe you can stretch it out a little bit more so that you can actually go live on social media. Maybe you can do a recording and put it on social media. Maybe you join a new group. Maybe you start your own group. Who knows? So before I forget that, or while I'm remembering, I want to rephrase that. While I'm remembering, this Thursday is actually where are we at? At this Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, Stacy Lauren is having a workshop that I'm inviting all of you to, that I am so excited to be part of it again. She has such an amazing gift of helping you with knowing what your gifts and talents are, and what kind of group, if you want a group, how to fix that group, how to grow it. And she is, the day I met her is the day my life changed. Was the catalyst that helped me start my podcast, which is Today's Dream, Tomorrow's Reality, for anybody that wants to check it out. And I am always blown away with when she does something like this. I get there as often as I can, and I take notes, because every single time she has a different kind of golden nugget that she's sharing. And this Thursday, she's going to have Sean Kelly is going to be there with her, and he's amazing on his own as well. He's been a TV star. He started this storage war thing, or whatever it's called, in the UK. He is he's an auctioneer, and has an amazing story. I've had him on my podcast. So if you're wanting to know a little bit about Sean Kelly, go check out my podcast episode that he was in, because he has such, so many things that he had in his life that a lot of people, it would stop them. And instead that empowered him. And so he's a great person to listen to, as well as Stacy, right? So anybody, I'm going to put a link. Well, let's do it this way. If you're interested in going to that, make sure you let me know, and I will send you the link. If I can, I'll put the link in the comments, but I really want to give you this personal invitation. And I am actually going to do something special for anybody that joins through my link, or actually goes to the event on Thursday. So it's going to be amazing, and I want to gift you all something. I haven't decided what that something is yet. So if you're interested, make sure you let me know, and I'll make sure you get the link. All right. So I've got to pop off here, as I think I've said everything that I needed to say, and then I have a client to get to. So, all right, Wendy, what's my closing statement for today? Wendy, and I think Carrie and Lynn, all of you guys are really good about giving me a closing statement. So get me one really quick so I can close up the shop right here. There we go, Wendy. Yay. All right. So guys, joyously share your unique talents and gifts today, and I will see you tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern, and I'll see you tonight in the Stand Up and Stand Out party. Mwah.